Hi, my name is Joseph. I'm one of the pastors here at First Pres, and it is a joy to introduce to you our new Director of Youth Ministries, Kira Nieman.
Hey.
Kira, welcome.
Thanks.
I know that for you, answering the question, where are you from, is complicated.
Yes.
So how do you answer that question?
It is complicated. Usually I'll say I'm born and raised in California, but went to high school in Zionsville, Indiana. So, born and raised Californian with a dash of Midwest in there.
Okay, but that in between, you've been in like 11 different places.
Yes. I've been in Southern California, Northern California, which could be different states if you didn't know that. And then Washington State, but in Spokane, so pretty much Canada or Idaho. And then, Zionsville, Indiana, and now here. But then I went back to California for school, and a lot of different moves around those areas. Christian Ministry was my major,
Okay.
And then I have a double minor in psychology and biblical studies.
Okay.
Yes.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Was it, did you have that from the beginning of your time there? I mean, marine biology to start, of course, but then at what point did you pick Christian Ministry?
So I came in Christian Ministry. I made the switch like right before I decided to go to APU. Then I added my psychology minor. I known I'd always wanted to do that because I always have cared about mental health and wanted to incorporate it later down the road, maybe doing therapy or something. I kind of wanted both sides of like the perspective of people. I wanted to know more about the brain, how people work, why they work, and then what does the Bible say about these things, about people, how do they interact. Wanted both those things to be able to shape my view of ministry.
When you were at APU, this is a true or false question.
Okay.
True or false, you once dressed up as the APU mascot.
That is true. I was Freddy the Cougar.
So that's exciting. And how long did that job last? Did you get paid for that?
I did, well, kind of. I worked for admissions. I was a tour guide, did all those things, but I was really the only one that was willing to put on a gross, sweaty mascot costume. I've grown up in the church, been a PK my whole life. My dad's a worship pastor. And that really gave me a lot of opportunities. I've always been the kid to want to volunteer. But then in college, I had a lot of opportunities for internships. So I did internships basically all 4 years of college. One church was for 2 years throughout COVID. So that was a really good experience to learn how to think creatively, think on my feet, do things a little different. But then, also did 2 years of internships in California. Well, I think in adolescent years, middle school, high school, there's a lot of opportunities to really give students a purpose. I think as they're trying to find themselves and as they're trying to kind of figure out how they fit into the world, that can be a really important guiding piece of giving students a why behind their community. Because I think there's many great things about communities outside the church. I think they're really important, but I do think that there is a very unique opportunity within the church to give students the purpose of learning more about who they are through the eyes of Christ and how they can kind of live that out and continue to foster that within themselves and even within their peers. One, I feel things very, very deeply, and I have a very genuine care to get to know everyone, students, families, to a point where I can really be a support, come alongside them, whatever that looks like. So please know that as I'm starting to get to know you all, it comes from a really genuine place, and I'm really excited to form deep and meaningful connections, whatever that might look like for you. Two, I am very passionate about social work and getting families and students connected to their community, and Flint is an amazing community that has faced some hardship and trials, and I feel really lucky to come alongside you all in that. So if there's any information that you can give me on how to be a better support and how to learn about the community here, I would love that. Three, let's see. I believe that every single person holds a little piece of who God is. So I'm really excited to figure out what you all will teach me just through being in this community, and I'm feeling very lucky to do that. Silly ones, I will beat you in Mario Kart. So take that as a challenge, if you will. And another one, if there's a body of water present, I will go in. I love swimming.
Okay.
I am all about the lake, all about the ocean, all about the pool.
Well, Michigan has a great selection of Great Lakes for you
I know. I'm excited.